What's going on, soul family? It's Maddie, good Gemini 444. Welcome back to the channel. We are going to do some collective messages for this week. We are in the week of August 17th. Can't believe the summer is going so fast. We only have like a month left of it, and it's 111. Wow. How cool. I love when that happens. I did not plan that. So let's get into the energy, see what Spirit wants you to know this week, and what general themes are coming up, any messages Spirit has for you guys. Again, these are collective messages, so please take what resonates and leave behind what does not. It is most likely a message for someone else. And remember to use your intuition. Not every collective reading is going to be for you. So see if you vibe with my energy, see if you vibe with the energy of this reading. If it's not feeling right, that's okay. I would rather you not watch this video instead of watching it and trying to force the message. So we are going to see what's going on. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm growing my YouTube channel, my YouTube collective. I love doing these long form channeled readings, collective readings for you guys. And I am just going to keep making more of them. And there's more people joining the collective. So welcome, welcome if this is your first time here. So yeah, we're just going to get right into it. I've been channeling, so 1, 2, 3 on the timer. I've been channeling Missy Elliott this morning and Stevie Nicks. So Landslide came through, Edge of 17, and the Missy Elliott songs, Get Your Freak On, like right away in my head when I was connecting to Spirit today. I feel like that's saying Spirit and I was thinking about it, Missy Elliott, M-E, that could be one of your initials, but the main thing that was coming through was Spirit saying free to be me. Spirit wants you to feel free to be yourself, and there's some sort of maybe restriction around that. The main signs that I'm getting that are channeling through are Libra, Gemini, and Capricorn so far. You don't have to be one of those signs. Any signs that I mention, if it's your sun sign or in your big three or any prominent placement, stellium in your chart, just take that as extra confirmation, but they're just energies. Remember that at the end of the day. So with those energies, there's definitely a vibe coming through already of your mind being in overdrive and Spirit really wanting you to be mindful of that this week. Balancing how much you use your mind and how much you use your resources or other resources around you and not your mind. I feel like your mind there's an illusion that your mind is in control of everything. I can't control the world, but I can control how I perceive. I can't talk. I can't control the world, but I can control how I choose to perceive it. So that was one of the main messages that's come through already. I seek out happy people who inspire me to be great. I see grace and possibility in all of life's challenges. I can forgive people quickly, release my resentment, and set myself free. I bring peace with me wherever I go, and I celebrate my progress. Awareness, not perfection, is the goal. So yeah, there's definitely the concept of time with Capricorn. Capricorn is the sign that is connected to the third Sephiroth in the Tree of Life, Binah, that is the number 3. It is the Divine Mother. It is understanding. It's like the cosmic womb, where things are formed, where we start to understand things. Every single cell of your body, like your physical body, there's some sort of transformation or change there. But like with physical energy coming through and time, like the concept of time is connected to Saturn, which is connected to Capricorn, which is connected to Binah. So a lot of like different connections. Maybe you're neurodivergent because I'm getting like I am, but like specifically today, it's like connecting the dots type of vibe. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, that meme of Charlie who's like with the cigarette with the map around confirmation. Yeah, it's like your mind is like trying to it has the cigarette and it's like trying to figure out like no one's gonna pull one over on me. I'm gonna figure it out. So Spirit just said you're going to figure out the answer when you stop trying to figure it out, or it's going to be given to you. I feel like there's going to be some unexpected revelations this week. What was the word I was thinking of earlier? Oh, liberation. And I also channeled the song Shout by Tears for Fears. And that song, what was it saying that song was about? Give me 1 second. I have to look it up again. Shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things that I'm thinking. Oh, come on, I'm talking to you. Oh, come on. Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys. Shout, tears for fears, meaning. Oh, expressing emotions and finding a way to cope with personal trauma and societal issues. It's an interpretation for emotional release. So it was talking about primal therapy, like shouting to confront and overcome negative emotions, anger and conflict. With that resentment card that came through, I think that came through in one of the readings we did last week. So yeah, physical expression with that Capricorn energy, using your physical body to release this anxiety instead of your mind, because it's almost like your mind thinks it's in control. That's an illusion. Time is also an illusion. I heard this morning, you don't need more time. You need to get more organized. So there's a different way to organize or use your time. Use your time wisely is coming through. So let's see, what is the main energy for the collective this week? But yeah, celebrate your progress. Awareness is the goal, not perfection. So being aware of where I feel like it's particularly the mind. And it's funny because I didn't even think about that being Libra. The last reading I did, we had the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck, Libra, and with Justice right under that. So yeah, it's like seeing things more clearly, finding equilibrium in the mind, not staying stuck. There may have been like a particular way that you've been choosing to look at something, and I just heard it's been a way to cope with ignoring something. Ignoring your feelings particularly. So maybe there's like a particular way you choose or have chosen consciously or subconsciously to look at something, and it's kept you blocked. The emotional release is what is going to help you, not this fallacy of control in the mind. So also 666, 333, those are numbers that have been coming up so far this morning. And everything is exactly how it's supposed to be right now. 666 is a number of divine alignment, successful alignment. Remembering that there's a lot of synchronicities that Spirit is sending you. Really being aware of synchronicities, specifically dragonflies for multiple or a lot of people in the collective. That's like synchronicity that Spirit keeps sending about you being aligned, but needing to align with how the mind is altering this perception, or working on the perception of the mind, and then calling your power back from your mind. Your mind is searching for answers constantly. And we must call our power back and start working with spiritual energy, working with earth energy, and like inhaling that energy from above and connecting to the earth energy below and grounding. So it's almost like divine alignment, balance is coming through here. So yeah, very much Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and that's Capricorn and Libra energy. So Spirit, what is the energy for the collective this week? Thank you, Spirit. Wow, Ace of Pentacles. I just said Two of Pentacles, so, and we have Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So Ace of Pentacles, it's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support. Yeah, a change in a job or a promotion. So you could be getting news about a job or promotion this week. You could be getting some sort of offer or a gift from the universe. Particularly, to me, new resources of money, time, or support. The time is very much in there. The support could be like asking for support somewhere, and that's going to help you get more time on your hands or feel less stressed out. More time is going to become available to you by doing something different. Remember, the aces, ones, are about potential. They're about like the quintessence of the energy itself. So earthy energy, we have the physical body, we have 3D, we have money, we have just the concept of the physical realm, like even our bodies. So all of this physical energy is really like working together, or it's offering something to you here. And then the Eight of Cups, there's something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you, a spiritual quest. So yeah, the Eight of Cups always talks about like walking away from something and choosing something else, turning your back on something. And what are we turning our back on? Seven of Michael, which is the Seven of Swords, turning our back on our minds. Our minds have been stealing away our concept of the present. So we're walking and we're on a spiritual quest to choose a different coping mechanism than our mind. And what it says in the Seven of Swords, there's a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. Yeah, so Spirit, it's almost like it's not that we're not moving forward, but the way that we are going to reach where we're desiring to go, there's a less uncomfortable way to get there. Or at least like, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Like there, you might keep hitting a wall and you don't need to break down the wall or break through the wall. It's almost like, no, you just need to go around the wall. There's a little dog here. So you might have like a little brown dog. We also have, this is funny because the Eight of Cups doesn't usually talk about money, but we have like this chest of money here, and we also have all these coins on the Ace of Pentacles card. So there's the Ace of Pentacles, all the coins there, and then we also have that little brown dog. But look at that gold, that pot of gold. It's kind of giving me, I've been seeing a lot of 4-leaf clovers, so I feel like your luck is changing as you go, because eights are about going with the flow, surrendering to the universe. Yeah, I just cut the deck to the 10 of Pentacles. Yes, your financial success comes from gratitude. It's going to be coming through you being in that vibration of gratitude. You will receive more gifts once you just recognize and see how much is already right in front of you. This is like giving a different perspective. Didn't we get that? Yes, that we were talking about that. I can't control the world, but I can control how I choose to perceive it. So letting go, and then we have the Tower, a sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. That's very much giving that liberation energy. So this sudden liberate, because the Tower gets a bad rap. The Tower is a card of revelation. It's a card that wants to burn down internal illusions that are blocking your sight of the truth. And these are things that must be burned down. These beliefs, these illusions must be burned away so we can allow the truth to come into our lives. So, wow, now it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Spirit is wanting you to focus on the basics right now. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So these basics are what are the building blocks. Yeah, I'm getting like the bricks and the brick wall and the building blocks. You are right now, you're building your foundation. Your foundation must be solid enough to hold whatever is coming in. So instead of being like focused on what you feel like is wrong or not having what you would like right now, Spirit wants you to focus on how can I shift my perception, understand that my mind is not in control. I am in control, because we are not our mind, right? My left ear just started ringing when I said that. So that's an intuitive hit. We are not our minds, okay? That's something very important for the collective. But yeah, when we see synchronicities, when we see things repeat over and over in nature, in our lives, when we become aware of those synchronicities and those repetitions through angel numbers, through signs and symbols, that's the way that the universe and spirit communicates to us. So pay attention to those things that you're seeing repeat. Not only is it confirming that you are aligned and that you're in synchronicity with the universe, but it's also confirming any sort of message. You get to decide what that symbol means. So say like dragonflies, because to me dragonflies represent like the mind, and they can be about overthinking and transformation of the mind specifically. So when I'm seeing a lot of dragonflies, that means that collectively there's a lot of direction towards the mind, or spirit is pointing towards the mind having those answers. Other things could be like, I see yellow cars or pink cars as like a wink from God or the divine, being like, hey, you're on the right track. We're saying hi, your manifestations are on the way. So yeah, that's a way to look at it. Yeah, what did I say with balance? Okay, so we got love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Yeah, Spirit really wants you to find the love in everything, even your challenges, because when we start to shift our perception on challenges, we start to see that these challenges are good in the ways that they're helping us grow and transform, get stronger, and what they're helping us learn. I'm getting really called right now to pick up my tiger's eye. I even put on my tiger's eye ring today. With that Missy Elliott song, I forgot to mention what Missy Elliott songs were coming through. Get Your Freak On, and what's that other song? I'm forgetting the other song, but Get Your Freak On was the main one that was coming through. And it was really about like letting loose and being you. And Get Your Freak On is like, it can be sexual. I mean, maybe you're going to be like letting loose in that way too. Like with the tower can represent like actual release. So maybe you're going to be getting some this week. Good for you. This could be you becoming, I'm just getting liberation, like you're going to be liberated from some sort of pent up energy or some sort of restrictive energy that was there. But tiger's eye is all about like confidence, being ourselves, asserting that like creative energy. So very much like you're very unique, and your uniqueness should give you confidence. You're different for a reason. Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So when we see things are out of balance or out of alignment, don't judge yourself or shame yourself. We just take the next right action to bring us back into alignment. Peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. So yeah, Spirit really wants to help you release negative energy, and I feel like a lot of that negative energy is coming from the mind. Primal therapy, like with the Shout song that came out, maybe like you need to go scream in your car, sing, dance, like get it out physically. There's also the actual act of crying. Maybe like you've been feeling like you need to cry. Breath work is really, really good. I feel like breath work is mainly what's coming through with this air sign energy. The breath work is going to help connect your mind and your body. So anything that involves breath work will be great. And then loneliness. I know that I'm never alone. So yeah, your mind makes you or tells you that you're alone. It makes you think you're alone. You are never alone. You always have your higher power. You always have the divine. Even if you feel, or the times when you feel or you can't feel them, they are there. So this is Spirit really want to break you. I just heard break on through to the other side by the doors. So yeah, Spirit wants you to break through the mind into this other way of living, other way of seeing, other way of experiencing. And also they're trying to break through like your hard head. Yeah, this brick wall, you could be very hard-headed. So Spirit is wanting to bring through that, or break through that hard-headedness, and say like, all we want you to do is love yourself more and find more peace and balance in the mind. You're never alone, and that you have so much support around you internally with your higher power, connecting more to your spiritual guides or your concept of a higher power. Your spirituality is very important this week, and that's what will help sustain you and not listen to your mind. And also your community around you. I feel like you'll be connecting, or reconnecting, I heard, with people this week, which is great. So let's pull an energy card for this week, and then we'll get some of the channeled messages and pull some tarot for this week. And I'll pull a couple charms for this week, so we can, for the people that like to see those charms as like the synchronicities that pop up. I love doing that to give you kind of like, oh, Spirit is going to be sending you one of these this week, and then that will be like a direct confirmation for you. So, okay, let's see the energy for this week. I'm really getting like connection outside of yourself is very important this week. Doing whatever you can to get out of your mind. Anytime, yeah, angel of balance. Wow, come through, spirit. Yeah, balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So spirit really wants to bring in balance. Anything that you've been overdoing or underdoing, they want to bring that into balance so that you can find equilibrium. You can find that centeredness within your spiritual body. Balancing of the chakras, I just heard. So maybe I feel like anxiety has been throwing off your third eye. I'm getting that very much. Your third eye, your throat, and your heart chakra. Green, blue, purple are the colors that are coming through. And then, yeah, wow, that's crazy because this card also has the love card has the red. So your root chakra will help align these upper chakras by grounding. Woman holding a coin, 42. This card has been really coming out a lot for the collective. I think this is the third time it's come out within the past couple of weeks. So bottom of the deck, man holding a heart. So yeah, wow. This could be, I feel like this is allowing other people, or it's spirit like bringing you love in many different ways this week. You redefining what abundance means to you is coming through as well, with like how you can not just be looking at the material world or what's right in front of you as abundance, but like that's a confirmation. Spirit like pointed that out just to me just now of like, oh, that's what it is. Of your mind is constantly seeking validation outside of itself, or like it's looking for something, and it's like an endless search. You're gonna stay stuck in this loop of trying to look for it. You don't even know what you're looking for, I just heard. And this is saying you have the ability to fill yourself up with abundance, because abundance truly is gratitude and peace and love. Like an abundance of love, an abundance of peace and balance is coming through. And the way that you'll receive this, especially with the black cat, that feminine energy sitting in your power. Using affirmations, fire magic, mirror magic. These are great ways of like looking at yourself in the mirror, filling yourself up with power. One of my favorite affirmations that I say to myself a lot, this is kind of giving the vibe of, is my spirit guides, or my higher power fills me with so much love. The only approval I seek is my own. So any sort of like external validation is going to be thrown out the window. So calling your power back, or yeah, that's true. External validation thrown out the window. I was like, does that make sense what I just said? So calling your power back is very important this week. And really we're focusing on, what does abundance mean to us? What really is abundance to me? What is abundance to me? 999, I have to be alone right now. So I feel like you've been feeling like you have to be alone, and you don't have to be. And I don't always feel like that when I get this card. Loneliness, I have to be alone right now. I know that I'm never alone. I feel like you're pushing people away, and spirit is saying you don't have to be alone right now. That's the opposite of what you need. I think you've been alone for too long. Toxic, yeah. Being alone too much they're calling out being alone too much being toxic. Being alone in your head. Talking to people about these thoughts, getting them out of your head makes them less real. So talking to people. I'm respecting your boundaries, but I don't want to. Ooh. Okay, what is that about? This could literally be calling in. Ooh, what is that about, spirit? Something needs further review or evaluation. I feel like that's in regards to other people. Maybe I feel like you're kind of maybe coming off a little cold right now, and people are using that as okay, I'm going to respect your boundaries, but people don't want to have to do that. Like people want to come in. Self-sabotage, yeah. Self-sabotage is presenting right now. You are the brightest light. You're somehow blocking your light, or people see that you're the brightest light. You have to look at something, someone, or yourself differently. Let's get one more. This overall message for this week. Spirit, overall message for this week. I'm trying but not listening. Okay, it's interesting because I know when I've made these cards, I've made them in different rounds. These were like two of the first cards I ever made. I'm respecting your boundaries, but I don't want to. So this is almost like somebody wants to come into your life, but they can sense that you're kind of the one that holds the power with that right now. And then I'm trying, but not listening. So it's like someone keeps saying, I'm trying, but they're not really listening to what spirit is trying to say. So listen to your spirit guides right now. Listen to spirit right now and not your mind. That's really what's coming through. So maybe, yeah, because that man holding a heart, I feel like a lot of people see you as high value, or maybe you're like not open to a certain love connection right now. You could be focused on your money, yourself, your own goals. You're very highly regarded, and I feel like certain people maybe put you on a pedestal, or maybe this is like you look down on other people. Self-righteousness just came through, so be aware of self-righteousness. It's funny because like you self-sabotage, or you're like, you could be super unkind to yourself, or be like in a lot of fear, but then it's like you're judging other people. This is just a deflection, so be aware of that. Look at your own self, not outside of you. But I feel like you might be receiving some sort of offer that you're being asked to further, like, give further review. You ask spirit for something, and then like spirit is bringing it to you, but then you're like not listening to spirit bringing it through. The devil, yeah, the devil's right before the tower. So you're attached to something that's an illusion. You're attached to the way something is supposed to look, the way you think something's supposed to look, or your life is supposed to look. Okay, your concept of happiness is an illusion. That has to shift. You are still listening to self-sabotaging thinking instead of spirit. Your answers are not going to be found from within right now. Look, tormented by the mind. This is mental conflict, mental interference, indecision, not being able to move. This is like a self-imposed place though. So spirit is saying, how can we get out of the mind right now? That is like the opposite of where we need to be. 4 of Swords. So, okay, I feel like, yes, we have to balance how much time we're spending alone. I feel like a lot of people may be spending time alone and they're not doing it restfully. Like when you're alone, you've been just spinning and spinning in your mind. It's different if we're spending alone time and we're using it in a healthy way or a productive way. So spirit is saying, get really clear on how you're spending your alone time. And if you are spending alone time, it needs to be in more silence, meditation, breath work, journaling, sitting with spirit, and not so much in your toxic thought loops. Spirit wants to give you more help, or there's more help outside of you right now than inside of you. What else is going on this week for the collective? Yeah, Queen of Swords. So you're kind of blocked. The Queen of Swords she can be cold. She's like the widow energy. She's kind of not necessarily, she knows what she wants, and she could be like a little narrow-minded. I feel like, yeah, she's with the butterflies in her crown, transformation of the mind. So more of that butterfly, dragonfly energy, and the moon. So you're being asked to see what subconscious illusion is there. This is about like secrets, illusions. The moon, the subconscious is about illusions. illusions, dreams, the intuition, emotion. Something is distorted, and Spirit is giving you a clear look on that. It's almost like you're really good at ripping the ego mask off of other people, and Spirit is like wanting you to rip your ego mask off this week. It's like, why don't we do this for ourselves? Taste of your own medicine, I just heard. You're the brightest light, self-sabotage. So you're sabotaging your own light. Let's clarify this, Spirit. Please clarify this for the collective. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. So we have 4 that came out. King of Wands. So yeah, this is what was telling me that was feeling like you're blocked off, or you're kind of using your finances as a way to distract yourself, or that you're kind of blocked to love that might be coming in right now, or certain offers. And I was thinking of the 4 of Pentacles, so that's a confirmation. You are the brightest light. And so don't self-sabotage yourself by blocking yourself off. In this card, it also can indicate heart chakra blockage. And I brought up heart chakra, throat, and third eye. So grounding is really important to get in connection with your body. Someone needs to cry. Keep crying. Maybe you have already cried, but crying is going to give you more power. Crying gives you power, because you are able to then transmute that energy, and you're releasing it, turning it into power. Okay, let's get one advice card for this week, and then, wow, Queen of Wands. Yes. So look at that black cat again. Black cat energy. The Queen of Wands, she's like the queen of creation. This is like very like much sexual releases coming through. Maybe you need to get more in touch with your body in that way. But you're super magnetic. You are pulling in a lot right now. So allow what you're pulling in to come in. Spirit just said you've been manifesting. So now you have to you have to receive these manifestations in, be able to see them and sense them. Don't work with your mind, work with your sacral energy, that flow, that feeling. Trust your feelings. This is also calling your power back to you. So that fire magic and that mirror magic, someone needs to do more affirmations around their self-confidence and their beauty. Beauty or glamour magic could be something that's significant for you or being called to this week. Yeah, and Queen of Cups, a balance of your spiritual energy, receiving in your, like, this is about like tending to your emotions and your feelings. Using your feelings as power. And the Knight of Wands under that, yes, so much fiery energy. You could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sag. But Queen of Cups and Queen of Wands, yeah, I feel like this is also just an indication of people wanting to come in and bring you love this week and bring you offers. And you could be doing this for yourself. This is a little crown. So yeah, crowns could be a sign, synchronicity from Spirit this week. Like, you are the queen. You are the king or the queen. Also the Queen of Swords. So we have 3 queens, and that also can indicate friendships. So very much groups and friendships are important this week, but she has the butterfly crown, and then the 4 of Pentacles has the crown on. So crowns, I just got the chills. Crowns are important. Roses are a sign from Spirit this week. Turtles. And let's get one more. It's 1:44 on the timer as well. And butterflies. Yeah, look at that black butterfly. This is like complete internal transformation. Rebirth, death and rebirth cycle, transformation, growth. I'm going to get one more. And a unicorn. Unicorns will be a sign from Spirit this week. Where's his little horn? There you go. Well, I'm going to end it there. I hope this gave you guys some clarity, some excitement for this week. I feel like this is going to be a really great week with some unexpected good surprises. So like, comment, share, subscribe. If you'd like a private reading with me, the link for that will be in my bio. And I love you guys. Bye.